I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for Happy Hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour. Whiskey, cigars, spirits, and stories that go along with it. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
That is August Gitschlag.
That dude over there with that voice, that's Matt Fox.
That's me.
It's a handsome group of lads sitting around a table, modest ones at that.
If we must say so ourselves.
Yeah, the table is modest. Yeah.
Yes.
Just having a couple of cocktails. I was diving into cocktails, and we're going to play with some Manhattans. It's the Manhattan Project tonight.
Well,
we're going to try not to blow anything up here.
Right.
So-
Well, it's the week after, the Thanksgiving holiday, if you will. And a lot of people got into a lot of trouble, I would imagine.
Yeah, you go over to your relative's house, and they
Yeah.
got crappy booze.
Right. Did you have something to say
Actually,
about that,
my
August?
No, the bottle of Galliano's long gone from my parents' bar downstairs. That was Grandma's bar.
Yeah.
Had all that
But
on it.
yeah, you get yourself into a lot of trouble, but you're like, okay, what do I want to do next? Because now it's the other holiday season. Christmas is coming.
Sure.
So what do you want to dip into?
Sure. Yeah.
And try to figure it out.
So yeah, we were and actually after I did it, and I was like, oh, I need to do like a little cover image for this, and I'm like, oh, Manhattan Project, like because that movie just came out. Was it? Oh, but that was called Oppenheimer.
I was Oppenheimer. In regards to the Manhattan
had to do
Project.
with so I was like, that was not what spawned this idea. It was
It's not the final. It's not the final countdown.
No,
Okay.
it's not. But I was bumping around the internet, following clickbait and getting sucked into things.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know, it's Shaker and Spoon. They are prolific on the contacting and the social medias. And
well,
I think
it's
that
Black Friday and Cyber Monday. You get hit with anything you've ever bought that you've ever given an email or a phone number to has hit you 5, 10, 15 times
my
last
God.
weekend.
Yeah.
No, thank you. My penis is big enough. Appreciate that, though.
I don't know why you're giving them your email.
So,
Delete
but
those cookies, buddy. Delete them cookies.
there was a cool.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
There was a cool Manhattan recipe, and I was like, oh, we should do like a Manhattan. And then I started diving down the Manhattan rabbit hole, and there's a lot of variations on the Manhattan.
But it's got its basics, right?
Yeah.
You got your 3 ingredients everyone thinks of.
Yeah.
Whiskey, vermouth, which no one ever drinks vermouth anyway, unless it's a mixed with something else. I had a cousin who drinks straight vermouth.
And it's a sweet vermouth.
I had a cousin who drinks straight vermouth. I thought that was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and bitters.
It's considered an aperitif, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So folks will just do that after a dinner or what have you to settle their stomach.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Right. Well, that's an Italian thing, I guess.
That. I guess. I mean, it's yeah.
So, but Manhattan, the cocktail from New York,
Manhattan Club, I believe,
and the rumor has it says the coming from the Manhattan Club in New York in the mid 1870s. So this dates back to the 1870s. There's been several like pretty famous old timey cocktail books or cocktail recipe books with cocktail recipes in them, and the Manhattan is in there. People refer to these books; they're almost like the holy grails of and they've spawned contemporary cocktails.
Okay,
and so the Manhattan is in there. So the Manhattan's been a player for a long time. And yeah, like we said, it's vermouth and whiskey and
bitters.
Very often bitters. Some of them don't call for bitters though. Some
will call for orange bitters. I've seen people do walnut bitters as well.
Probably whatever you have open.
Oh crap! Right? I didn't bring the cherries in here. I was dragging crap in, and I didn't bring the cherries.
Whatever you have left over from your shaker and spoon box. That's what you're going to use.
I found a leftover
bitters project.
I left from shaker and spoon. I found some leftover cayenne pepper that you sprinkle on top of your cocktail.
Oh, that does not sound delightful at all. Not for me.
I can't remember what we were drinking on, but yeah.
Let me guess, mezcal and cayenne pepper.
No, it was not. It was a bourbon type cocktail, if I remember.
So there's a lot of the main one, the original recipe called for rye. The original recipe was a rye recipe. But August, you said more contemporary.
It's people use bourbons now. It's just there's more common for one. You know, you have one bottle of rye for every 4 or 5 bottles of bourbon on that wall. And people are going to get their Angels. Even the one video demonstration I watched today, I was doing Angel's Envy.
Yeah,
you know, these doing high octane bourbons.
Yeah,
barrel proofs and stuff.
But you got something on the table that is a rye that we're gonna most likely utilize.
What's over there in that little
so Rittenhouse, we got some. We bought. I pulled out the. We got. I didn't know what to bring, so I dragged a bunch of stuff over. There's gin variations
of Manhattans.
There's a gin variation.
Okay.
We're doing them all tonight.
Are we really?
Call Uber and strap yourself in.
Yeah,
no,
right.
we're not. That would be messy on a school night. But there's a gin version.
Okay.
There's a Scotch version.
Ooh, really?
I did bring the Dewar's in.
The Dewar's,
just in case.
It's white label, so we're good.
Just in case, I did call out and that's I think it's a Rob Roy.
Huh.
It might be what it's.
They call the gin version of a Manhattan the Martinez.
The Martinez.
Yeah, the sweet vermouth and the dashes of bitters and everything. Yeah,
okay. But every website you go to is going to have a different iteration and different names.
Scotch Manhattan is a Rob Roy. Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I guess anything
also a pretty
in,
fun 90s band from Detroit. Rob Roy. I forgot about Rob Roy.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
Remember Rob Roy?
Yeah, they hung out with the guys in Big Chief.
They did.
All right, so country. Oh, that's not
Matt, you had a drinking adventure, right? Do we want to get to Matt's drinking adventure before we get to our drinking? Because we have our welcome cocktails.
I had a drink. When did I? Oh,
mine's long gone.
In Grand Rapids.
Mine's long gone. We got a port.
Yeah.
What you said? You went to Grand Rapids.
Yeah. So day after the Thanksgiving day, we my lady and I went down to I should say, to Grand Rapids to see my youngest kid.
Oh, okay.
And we were actually we went to this little market right down. It's a really great market, but it's probably a lot better without like 500 people trying to fit into this little space, So we ended up going to Hopcat for lunch. And
they changed it. They used to have their fries and they would call them crack fries.
They changed it to cosmic fries now.
Yeah. Is that like culturally insensitive?
Somebody must have said something. You can't say that about fries. There are people that have problems with crack. Well, that's their problem.
We're talking about addiction.
We're talking about
I'm
French
addicted
fries.
to scrap and
but yeah, they changed them to cosmic fries, and I gotta tell you, it's the exact same thing. So
right.
It is what it is.
So all right, so you end up at the Hopcat.
Yeah, I had a M43, IPA action.
Yeah,
and my daughter had a sour.
Okay.
And my lady had herself a IPA that was reminiscent of the Blue Moon.
Okay.
So, but we had a good time. We only had one drink apiece.
All right.
And just had a nice lunch. Caught up with the kid, and just made it a day.
Yeah.
Got home.
I sat on the couch for 5 days.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
I DJ'd at Smalls. We went out.
That's right. We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have made it out there. I was because you stream live on Radio Cobra, didn't you?
Cobra Detroit.
Oh, it worked, huh?
Yeah. And the replay is available now on Mixcloud, so you can hear it.
That's awesome.
So if you, it's
got your play set, and it just went out live.
Yeah. Well, is it Kat and Aaron and Mike and all of us? So August is going to start. Where you're going with the bourbon?
Very old Barton.
All right. Yep. Are we gonna? All right. So just
we've decided this.
That's 2 ounces. That is 2 ounces.
We have decided that is 2 ounces.
Right. It is. So a Manhattan. All right. So we're gonna.
In case.
You're doing 3?
Are you doing a full?
You're doing a full one for each of us.
It's not going to show up as like a full one, really.
All right.
This is only 3 ounces of booze.
All right.
Because
you just poured 6 ounces of booze.
Yeah, but we're gonna fit it 3 ways. It gets split up.
All right.
Everyone's gonna get 3 ounces.
All right.
It'll be okay.
All right.
We'll be okay. It's math.
So all right. So yeah, I'm not gonna tell what to do. So yeah, so we're doing the standard one first.
Right. We got to start with the baseline.
We're gonna start with the standard.
This is what people get when they go to one of these fancy bars in town.
So I was going to bring in, I have like one actual Manhattan glass, and I was at an Angel's Envy event, and Angel's Envy gave us these very fancy, what are those, the champagne glasses?
Oh, yeah,
there's a name for it.
Like champagne cocktail glasses. I always think of Casablanca when I see those. Champagne and gin, you're drinking them.
So So I grab this glass, and I know we have. I thought we had more champagne glasses.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, honey, where's the? She goes, oh, I gave those away. She goes, we never ever used them, and we don't. We have flutes,
right,
that we use, and then if we're doing mimosas, the flutes are too damn small, so we got the big Magnum wine glasses when we're making mimosas, because it's like, you're messing around with those little flutes. It's like, what the hell?
Yes, I'm stirring this, and I'm more of a shaker myself, but all the recipes call for stirring this, not shaking it.
Yes. There's no juice in there.
Do you want ice in that?
I did not see anyone putting ice in it when I watched the one tutorial. I would, if I was working, I would absolutely ice it.
Well, yeah, no, that's what Are you going to throw that ice in?
Yeah.
All right.
My glass is cold enough.
Yeah. So, there's, and we're being fancy.
Yes, we got these wonderful looking.
As we do that. So but they said to chill the glass. So I threw a bunch of ice in the glasses to chill the glasses prior to.
Is this a poor man's igloo?
It is.
All right, you guys got to get your ice out of your.
Here's a dump bucket.
Here. All right, give me.
There's a dump bucket for you. Oh, I didn't get the cherries.
Oh, get the cherries.
Okay, we'll be all right. Will you hand me Jamie's jacket?
Yes, I will. Please. There you go. There's Jamie's glass. See, it looks pretty. It really does look.
It does look pretty.
You got
these are not your standard cocktails that I would make for you at the bar. These are about an inch short.
Yeah, it was a light pour. It was a light pour, because if we do more than one, we don't want
to. And I wanted to follow the recipe to its
to a T, almost. Yeah.
So all right.
So if you're watching on the Facebook Live, if you have any questions, or if you just want to say, "Yo, you guys are awesome," please do.
How could you make it with that very old Barton 90 proof bourbon instead of
who was it that turned us on to the very old Barton, Jamie?
It was Mike Dwyer.
Mike Dwyer did. Thank you, Mike. And it was wasn't it our author friend from Kentucky?
No, Mike is
she was old granddad. That's what she yeah. Oh yeah, very old Barton. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Come on, muscles. You can do it.
It's sealed shut. Maybe we won't have the Luxardos.
I think we'll be okay. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Don't get hurt now. Okay.
All right, I'm going to set that aside before I break a blood vessel. All right. So here we are with the Manhattan, and in the fancy glass. People watching along, you can see that it's in the fancy glass the way it's supposed to be done.
Oof. Cheers, fellas.
Gentlemen, cheers.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Manhattan.
It's Manhattan.
That is straight. I had one last night. I made one last night, and there was it called for the Luxardo.
Okay.
It was like there's a variation. He said it's a black Manhattan.
Well, the black Manhattan has that Averna in it. Use that instead of vermouth.
Yeah, so instead of the vermouth.
Yes, and that's very tasty. I had a couple of those the other night.
So it called for the Averna and the Luxardo.
Oh, I didn't see that one. I just saw the classic black martini, which is the replace the vermouth with the Averna, which is another Italian spirit that you see on a shelf and they've never opened until.
So the Luxardo liqueur is very different from the Luxardo cherry.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like it. It's misleading actually. It's shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah. Well, Luxardo has a whole brand. They got gins and vodkas and
that's
just all the other.
They don't think that there's actually liquid
brandies,
Luxardo liquid
and So, but the cherries, because we did with the Flavor Journal. Our friend Sarah from the Flavor Journal, she did. I was searching for because I finished all my cherries, but there was a whole thing of syrup still.
We use it as ice cream.
And I was looking for a cocktail to do with it, and I found her cocktail called the Man of War.
The cherry changes everything.
Yeah, didn't she change that?
And then she did another one called the Witty Comeback, which was our signature drink.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and the Man of War was based off of a horse back in the day that won the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
All right.
But I know what Man of War is.
It's a video game, right?
That's Call of Duty, but probably is a video game called Man
Were you being
War.
sarcastic when you said the cherry changes everything?
No,
it
does. It changed it for me.
It really does. Adds a nice little hint of
Luxardo. Moving around. Yeah, it's delightful.
So even because most recipes don't call, some of them call for ice when you're stirring,
right,
or shaking.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually do it over a big cube.
I would
when I'm
too.
doing it at home.
And that's how you expect to get it at the normal at the cocktail lounges now.
Yeah, so I made the big cubes at home. I got the little baby cooler.
Mm-hmm.
We should do that one day.
Are those the clear ones that you're still making?
Those are the killer clear ones.
Baby.
Yeah, I just made a batch for the holidays. But I'll usually do it. I won't do it in the champagne cocktail glass.
Champagne cocktail glass.
We got and we do. Matt and I have the martini glasses, but I'll do it just in a rocks glass, either over ice or with a big cube.
Yeah, when I was at a Wings game a few weeks back, the Rittenhouse. I'm sure we're gonna get there, but they had Rittenhouse up on the counter, and I'm like, yeah, I want that in a Manhattan. She said, okay, and I had a Manhattan while watching the Wings game. It was great. It was really nice.
You were in the fancy pants section of
yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, it's are we gonna go with are we gonna try the Black Manhattan now?
Yes, that's
with the Rittenhouse,
and we're gonna do it with rye. So
nice.
That calls for a rye.
I want to eat the Luxardo cherry, but I don't want to eat the Luxardo cherry. I want to savor that.
Eat the Luxardo cherry.
Oh, it's a good sound to have on microphone.
It is. Bloop, 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 bloop. Is a fresh crack, but it was a twist off, so there was no pop.
No pop for that one.
Fresh crack, but no pop because there's fresh crack. Yeah.
Oh, the innuendos! I gotta tell you. So I have a question for you, Jamie.
Yo.
So you sat on your butt for 5 days.
Yeah.
Right. And you enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sure. And you're back to school this week. How many? I gotta ask. How many weeks? Are we counting down yet?
Oh, months. We're still months.
Okay. Bummer.
I gotta put them on my calendar. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'll quit or not.
I wouldn't say quit. No, quit's a strong word, man. Come on.
I just want to
move into another phase.
Another phase of your life. Yes.
Yeah. I'm ready for a change. I'm ready. I'm like, hey, make me an offer. Make me an offer I can't understand. Right. Oh, that was it.
What's that?
Brooklyn with the maraschino liqueur. So it's the Manhattan making it with the Luxardo liqueur.
Okay.
Is called a Brooklyn. No sleep till. So yeah, and I did this one at home. It's a nice little thing. So you have the rye whiskey. You have dry vermouth.
A dry vermouth.
Dry vermouth,
not a sweet vermouth.
No. And then the maraschino liqueur, and then a lemon twist or Luxardo cherry.
And that's the Brooklyn Manhattan.
That's the Brooklyn. Yes. So, and it actually calls for a dash of bitters as well.
I have to finish this, August.
I mean,
I can grab more glasses.
Yeah,
too.
You can just put another glass. Yeah, that's what that's supposed to look like. Yep. Give me your other glass. You won't mind those ice cubes.
I want to get some glasses.
Ooh, that's dark.
Yep. Well, this Averna is a very dark liqueur.
Okay.
I don't really know anything about it. I just started looking it up today, and I'm like, wonder what the ingredient is in a Black Manhattan that makes it a Black Manhattan.
Huh. Didn't Tony turn you on to the Averna, Jamie?
Wasn't
that Tony that did that?
No, we needed the Averna for, I think, the cocktail with Sarah.
Oh, then was it
Tony turned us on to the cookie.
Okay.
The vermouth, the cookie.
Okay. And then Sarah turned us on to the Averna from a Flavor Journal.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The Motor City Hypnotist has entered the building.
I am in the house.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. My mic's not on. There we are. There. Now I'm here.
Hey.
So I hypnotized that you guys couldn't hear me.
We're doing Manhattans.
That's
nice.
A whole different flavor.
All right.
Yeah, we got a little bit of the Black Manhattan in here still.
Now, does the Black Manhattan call for the cherry as well?
It doesn't on this recipe,
could
but
grab a
no
glass
one's
off
gonna
the shelf.
stop you.
No,
I
got the jar open. So
I always see them with cherries.
Yeah.
Whenever I get them, they have a cherry.
Yep.
This one doesn't mention it, but it says garnish cherry optional.
Yes.
So
that is very different, and I actually like that.
I like it a lot better
than
I do too. The vermouth just doesn't. When you have this as an option, why would you go with the vermouth?
Right.
You know.
But the Averna, did you go with? Did you go 2-1?
I did 2-1, and I did
okay.
both bitters. They called for orange and
I brought them both.
Angostura
and then
Angostura.
Yeah, just a straight up Angostura.
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually go a little lighter on the Averna because it is potent.
It is potent.
It is, and
I usually go lighter on it.
For volume's sake, I put a little bit, half an ounce more than I probably should have, but I think it worked out though.
And what is
no?
This
Because this
is a Black Manhattan.
Black Manhattan.
This is with the Rittenhouse rye.
With the Rittenhouse,
but it is a 100 proof rye, so it is a stronger proof. They do talk about Manhattans being a higher ABV whiskey is a better option. I don't know that that's necessarily true. It's a better option, but I get it. If you're mixing it up, it's not like you're shaking this up with juices or syrups.
No,
you're shaking this up with other booze. So it's a get the job done sort of cocktail.
Yeah, it's good.
So the Martinez is the one with gin.
Yes, it's a gin.
So gin, sweet vermouth.
I'm surprised.
Maraschino, again, the maraschino liqueur.
I'm surprised you didn't pull out our good friends for the gin
and the bitters.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Pull out some Highclere.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't.
I'm not gonna waste that in a cocktail.
Good man. Well, they love to mix their gin though.
Yeah,
they really
we should
do.
try because it's
so good. But to be fair, Jamie, to your point, the Highclere is very good all by itself. It really, really is. But Adam and Company, they do like to make cocktails with their gin. They really do.
They do. So yeah, for the Martinez, 2 ounces of gin, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth, a half ounce of the maraschino liqueur, the Luxardo maraschino liqueur, 3 dashes of bitters,
Angostura,
and then
regular
Angostura, regular bitters, and then orange peel for the garnish. On the Martinez.
That's what
you missed one of the most important things when you're scrolling in that recipe, Jamie. Use quality gin in big capital letters.
Yeah. There it is. Use a good quality gin. Of course, you'll need, and this is most of these recipes I refer to are coming off of a couple of cooks.com. You'll need to use a good quality gin for any good cocktail. Well, life's too short to drink cheap booze.
Well, I really kind of thought any good cocktail you would expect to have good liquor in it. I mean, if you mix up shit, you're going to get shit.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah,
crap in, crap out.
Yeah.
Rittenhouse is cost effective.
No, but at the Bottle and Bond, the Rittenhouse rye, it's one of my favorite go-tos. It's nice. Really is.
It's not super cheap. I mean, it's the same. It's the same as a bottle of Buffalo Trace.
Sure.
So $27.
Yep.
27, 28, 26.
I'll put that.
Yeah,
I'll put that next to a Whistle Pig 10-year.
I pulled out. We got the very old Barton.
That's my opinion.
The very old Barton is coming out of that distillery, and people sing the praises of the very old Barton. And it works well and it holds up at 100 proof in the mixes. And again, that bottle's coming in in the mid 20s. 23 to 25, 26, 27, depending on where you're at and where you're buying. So are we going to do a gin one?
Are we doing a gin one too?
I'm going to force myself to have a gin Manhattan because the idea of gin and bitters was talked about when we had the
that's right. When we had Shaker and Spoon on.
And I'm like, I've never ever thought of ever putting bitters into a clear liquor.
Right.
It's like, you're just cheating yourself.
So we did that. Right. What did we do with that was
tequila.
That was tequila.
Mezcal, yeah.
All right, so 2 ounces. Well, you can split this one. You don't have to do
we got 4 of us now.
Yeah.
The one I'm looking at says 1.5 gin, 1.5 vermouth. I don't know.
Mine says 2 ounce gin, 1 ounce vermouth, a half ounce of the maraschino liqueur,
which is the boozier website,
and then 3 dashes of bitter. So I don't know, whichever one you want to do.
We're gonna do yours.
All right.
Do we need more glasses, Jamie?
I got them.
Oh, you got. Man, you are a man on a mission.
Okay.
It's a pleasant distraction.
Yes, I get that.
You don't have to make full cocktails.
Yes, he does.
I don't know how to half-ass it, Jamie.
That's the bartender in him. You can't make a half a cocktail.
God,
Hey, I had
got
dinner.
like
Come
2 ounces
on.
I did not need that welcome drink.
I got enough starch in me to.
This is a sweet. Calls for the sweet vermouth.
That's the-
Gallo. Oh no, Doolin. Yeah, we got Doolin.
Yeah, we got Dolan. Yeah,
The Gallo's a dry.
And this is 1 ounce.
Yes, 1 ounce.
Didn't you get shamed for the Gallo at one point? Jamie? That's why we have the Dolan.
We were Tony. I was
Tony shamed you for that.
Yeah, he called me out on that crap.
All right, the Luxardo.
So a half ounce on the Luxardo.
We always say don't judge, but he judged.
That's a crazy twist off, but it was sticky yesterday. All right.
Oh, that was a crazy twist off too.
Yeah. And then it calls for 3 dashes. So it's syrupy.
Can I do the dashes of Angostura?
You want an Angostura to your heart's content.
It's the regular
Pass that
Angostura.
over, baby.
Supposed to be 3 per cocktail, and he's poured 4 in there. Holy crap!
Is it both bitters, the orange and the Angostura?
Nope. Cocktail mixing glass.
Is it just
Fill the mixing glass with
just the
a
Angostura
handful of ice.
and
This one does call for ice.
There is ice in there, but I don't have it in the glasses. I have it in the. Well, you're just bittering the bitters out of that.
You have
No,
it in
there
the
was
shaker
4
already?
cocktails.
Should have been like
Oh, all right.
per the way you were pouring this, should have been 6 dashes. So he got it right.
I know what I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you know
30. You
I
want
can do
to
math.
Not really.
stir continuously for 30 seconds.
I'm not going to shake this one.
This is a stir.
It's a stir
This one
again.
calls for a stir.
Okay, you got the first one.
And then stir, then strain.
I want it shaken, not stirred.
I agree with shaking that stir myself. But
Thank you, James.
You like the shaken?
I do. I always like the little bits of like shreds of ice in that first sip. It's just something that I really look forward to. And I also don't. I like the lower it down a little bit because these are all like pretty heavy duty drinks. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I revisited Casino Royale,
Uh-huh.
the newer one,
Yes.
and when he orders his drink, it was like it rolled off his tongue just so nicely, and I'm like, I can never repeat that.
No. Yeah,
I wanna
I would
try
look like
it.
a fool if I ordered like that.
I know.
Yeah.
Tell them how many ounces you
Right,
want of
exactly.
each thing.
Half cap.
I just pull up the movie and be like, make it like this.
What you
Oh,
call that?
no.
Looks at her cleavage. Vesper.
Vespa.
Dude, that's getting chilly. I like it. All right, that's 30 seconds.
There you go.
That's more than 30 seconds. We're gonna go with it.
All right.
That was 30 seconds. Radio silence is a very long time.
It is.
a very long
It's
time,
just winging it.
Oh
Here.
yeah, this is the right color. It's like
So
It's
really,
a little lighter than the black Manhattan.
well, yeah. It's just has that. I'm way far away from the microphone. Just has that sweet vermouth is for the color.
A little darker than the regular.
So completely off point. Last night we were watching TV and Disney came on,
Mm-hmm.
and it was their holiday special opening of the 40th anniversary of them doing the show. And Smashing Pumpkins came out. And
Oh, an
performed.
oldies band.
They still
Yeah, an
around?
oldies
They're
band.
still around.
Dave
Yeah.
Corrigan, he owes me 25 bucks.
Billy Corrigan
Billy?
came out and they
Billy Corrigan, he owes me 25 bucks.
they came out and they did a nice rendition of a Christmas song. It was really nice. And then they started asking him questions. And I'm like, man, he sounds nothing like he does when he sings. He's got a voice like me. It's a little bit deeper, but when he sings, it's kind of his octave is a little bit higher, like 2 or 3 levels higher, octaves higher.
Oh, this one does say garnish with an orange.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. That's got a different nose feel.
Yeah, it's got a very, very
my
like
face.
Yes, I'm
It's
getting
very.
that.
Because this is the gin.
You're expecting
I'm
from the
getting that-
look of it. You're expecting, but you're getting a gin.
I'm getting that earthy smell.
So the Dolan is what's making the color happen.
I don't know that I would order this up. It's just another cocktail. You could call it anything, and I wouldn't really know what it is. It's just kind of like a thing to drink.
Yeah.
It's kind of boozy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is boozy, but it still tastes like a Manhattan.
I mean, maybe if it had that
Martinez.
orange floating in it, that would be the difference.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know?
Or over an ice cube.
Yeah, over a big cube, or or having some juice in it.
Yeah.
But it's a little boozy for me. It's the gin.
It's the gin.
Gin's a tough sell sometimes.
But then we have to talk about the quality. You know, if it's a better quality gin, potentially it might.
We got Dr. Dre's Tanqueray. What?
Yeah.
What you
Well,
want?
I'm not
Tanqueray.
saying it's bad. I'm just saying, just in general, for a gin, you want to use a higher level type of gin for this.
I don't know if I would save it. I just think it's the vermouth. Vermouth isn't great. I don't know.
Well, doesn't vermouth, and correct me if I'm wrong, it just gives you that, it just dries out the drink a little bit.
Not the sweet one.
Got the
other one does.
Sweet one.
The
Okay.
kind of sweet vermouth,
right?
With the dry.
Yeah.
Is there a shelf life to those?
They're supposed to be. You're supposed to refrigerate them. People leave them on outdoor bars and unrefrigerated for decades.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah. So I've actually gone through bottles of vermouth.
I'm not surprised.
But I know that my parents had one bottle that was in our house from the 70s through the 90s.
Of vermouth.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like, because they never use it, right?
They're
so
probably
it was
the
the
bitters bottle.
It was
too,
in the
right?
and
right.
the bitters.
That's like the question: when does red herring go bad? Does it start to smell good?
This is made for the exceptional Manhattan with any rye or bourbon. They put it right there on the label.
Huh.
So the dual is nice. Yeah, but I was reading that it says
this is better. If I'm going to do one, if I'm going to do one, I'm going to duel one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. As I get further into this,
the gin,
it's getting better.
You know,
I kind of agree with you.
I'll never do this again. Wait a minute.
The third
Stop it. Okay, don't.
It's creamy. It's actually I'm getting a creaminess.
That's got to be the Luxardo.
Right? Oh yeah. That had a viscosity to
it.
Right?
Viscosity.
So you know what's getting me? As soon as I get the cup up, I get it on my nose, and that gives me
the gin feels
kind of gives me that
you get that
because I've had so many Manhattans
junipers
and I see a Manhattan, but I'm smelling something different, and it's freaking me out.
Yeah.
The junipers are like, hey, I'm here.
I am glad I chose to whip it up though. I wasn't going to do it. I'm like, it seemed kind of weird. I'm like, nah, we had a traditional Manhattan, dark Manhattan. Now we'll do the Martinez.
See, I'm savoring the dark Manhattan for our next podcast of Motor City Hypnotist.
Yes, so absolutely.
Dave,
throw a handful of ice in there.
Yeah, I will actually. But this gin Manhattan is actually it's growing on me.
There's a lot of bottles on this table. I haven't seen this many bottles on the table since the A&B liquor store guys.
Yes. But that will live in infamy.
When I do a Manhattan at home, I'm doing it with bourbon. And I'm doing it with the Averno.
With the Averno,
the Amaro, yeah. So, yeah. So when I do a Manhattan at home, I do the dark Manhattan.
Do you? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and I do it with orange bitters.
Do you remember the MSRP on the Amaro Averno? No.
Okay.
When I looked at it online, it was all over the place because it's like internet shopping. You know,
it's Cyber Monday. You can get
16, $25 somewhere in that.
The bigger bottle. This is a giant bottle.
That's the big bottle.
Probably like the $30 bottle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is something you really want. Because I've had this here in the studio, and that's about it. But for home, I just want to see what that would look like. Because a lot of folks going into the holidays, they want to kind of give something a little bit different to family and what have you.
Yeah. My family's all winos.
You give someone a bottle of Averna for the Christmas, they're going, thanks.
No.
I'd rather have Yeji.
We got some in the bar here.
I know you do.
Yeah, you do. To have on the shelf.
Well, we got to put it on ice, or at least set it outside the window.
Yeah,
let it show.
We need a window ledge here at the podcast studio.
Let's get an ice bucket, let it chill out in there. You know.
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to the night when you guys do a Cosmo podcast.
Oh, that's just going to be umbrellas.
Cosmos. Yeah.
Umbrellas are going to be
I know Jamie
everywhere.
loves those.
I do.
Yeah,
we have not done.
We have not done Cosmos.
We've done tiki drinks, but never in studio.
Do we all have to wear like little black dresses?
Yes.
Don't threaten me with a good time. I get to wear my guy liner.
And we have to change our names to the Sex and the City girls.
Oh boy.
Yes.
That's where I draw the line.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'll wear eyeliner and a dress, but don't call me Jessica.
Don't call me a name.
I want to say
Jamie
something,
there.
but I want to say something.
When has that ever stopped you, Matt? Come on.
That TMI. All right.
Okay.
Do you guys have Christmas parties coming up this weekend already? Because I do. I have two coming up this weekend already.
Yeah, I have. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm DJing one.
DJing one? Okay.
Oh, is it a corporate party or?
It is for a Businessmen's Association. Yeah, the Macomb County's Association of Funeral Directors.
Oh, it's gonna be
and they wanted a DJ to lighten the party up.
Well, I mean, we're not doing it. We're not doing it in a funeral home.
But you have to play Oingo Boingo.
Husbands and wives out having a dinner dance.
How many requests you're going to get for the Grateful Dead?
I know. I know. So,
I don't care if it's how you have to play Dead Man's Party. Please,
I know.
play that.
I know. I don't know if I
have
can.
drag queen caroling in the ghetto. That's
Oh my
fun.
God,
Yeah.
drag queen caroling. I think
No.
I don't know which
ghetto?
one's funkier.
Yeah.
Probably yours will be funky.
Are you gonna sing Elvis Presley's in the ghetto?
They do. Yeah, they have it's a thing.
In the ghetto.
Yeah, I
Drag
have my work
queen
gathering is in a
caroling.
couple weeks, but I'm doing a show out in Sturgis next weekend. Not
All
this
right.
coming weekend, the weekend after.
You will have a great holiday.
But I think that's a fundraiser type thing, but it's like a holiday fundraiser, so who knows?
Yeah. Let's get back to drag queen caroling.
It's a party I go to every year, and they all Miss Cindy comes.
Is it part of
downstairs.
Noel night, or
no?
is it?
No, this is at a dilapidated
It's-
mansion in Detroit,
Yeah.
just outside of right between Boston Edison and Hamtramck.
Okay.
That little transition neighborhood. And there's
Yeah.
a big house, and he's been restoring it for 8 years.
Yeah.
And every year is another part that looks good, and then all these gentlemen and ladies come out, and Miss Cindy plays the piano, and everyone sings carols, and then they go outside.
Nice.
They hit a piñata, and things like condoms and poppers and lighters and
I love
random
that.
dollar store
That's
things,
great.
Harbor Freight things all fall out of it, and everyone has a good time, and we drink some wine and have some cocktails, and then
That sounds.
it's a lovely party. I go to every year.
absolutely fabulous.
Yes.
That's a very ab fab. It sounds absolutely fabulous.
Yes, it is.
That's a TV
I have
show.
a party in a
Yes.
former industrial space in Hamtramck that my friends send to a 3-story loft. So
Huh.
the first story is one apartment, and the other 2 are theirs,
Mhm.
and they have a gigantic industrial hole in the middle of it.
What?
There was an elevator to take things all the way up to the top,
Right.
the 3rd floor, and they just surround it with bookcases so no one will fall down.
Right.
And then so it's got these bookcases around right in the middle, and you're like, "What's that?" And that's the giant industrial elevator that goes all the way up and down the property.
Oh,
So the
So it's a
floor goes.
fantastic venue.
Does the floor
Can-
go up and down too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Can you push the bookcases? Just wondering if they're fixed.
No, yeah, they're movable. They are
Oh,
movable. Yes.
Well, I was gonna say, push one down the hole.
No, no. it's-
You've been at Hamtramck and you look down the alley and you see there's that one like a bridge that goes across from one building to the
yeah,
other.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
that property.
Oh, okay.
And that's the office that goes across there.
okay.
It's their office.
That's in
So,
that's in Hamtramck.
yeah, you see if you've been to Whiskey and you look down the alley, you'll see that there's that bridge that goes from
You're
one side to
right.
the other.
You're
It's that
right.
property that I'm
Yes.
having the Christmas party. So I'm going there.
Man, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Have a good time, man.
Another
I will.
You
by
better.
myself.
You better.
fabulous, fabulous parties. All right, that was cool. That's the Manhattan Project.
You know, there's a lot to be said about what we did tonight, and
Mhm.
this is something that if you're interested in just trying to spice it up for the holiday, this is gin Manhattan. I'm really enjoying the gin Manhattan.
How it got called a Martinez and not the tequila version got called a Martinez.
Right.
Maybe that's
Right.
just the racism in me. But
Yeah,
like,
No, I'm just saying this is
but Martinez for
I
a
don't
gin,
know.
it's the longer I kind of sip on it, the better it gets.
yeah,
Ja- Jamie, the one thing I really enjoy about the Man Cave Happy Hour is that it turns us on to things to try.
Mhm.
And when people join us and they're like, you know what, I should try that. Do it. You know, expand that palette.
Try that
Look at-
mezcal, even if you
Try-
didn't have a good experience the first time in Mexico.
Right. From the mouths
was
of
you.
babes. Yes.
Uh-huh.
No,
but
that's-
apple cider never works.
Never works.
Never works.
Apple
Nope.
cider and
It
any
works
booze,
fine for
and
me.
I Ralph so fast. Oh,
I remember that. That was just like a month and
Yeah.
a half ago.
yeah, I went outside and projectile
Sorry,
vomited.
I didn't mean
all
to bring
the
that.
parking
Didn't mean to bring that up, but
lot. Only
No.
that does it for me, though.
yeah.
Booze and cider.
But honestly, guys, you know, I really enjoy doing this podcast with you
Yeah.
and, you know, turning me on to other things. I never would have thought to do gin in a Manhattan.
Yeah.
And that's different. That's very different. And I got to
That's
turn my
that
lady
is a
on to
horse
that
of a different color.
because I love Manhattans and I know she loves her gin. So I got to try something different here.
So I want to thank the
There you go.
a couple of cooks.com. Well, and again, I'll put the link in there for
Please do.
where I dragged some of these recipes out. I guess if you email me the links that you use, I'll throw them
sure.
in there too. So yeah, if you want to dive in, but this one, Couple of Cooks, is pretty comprehensive with the variations. They do a really nice job on the variations.
Before we leave, I want to make a little
yeah.
toast.
No,
if I
no,
could.
no.
Oh, yes, please.
Without a doubt.
Detroit
man.
lost 3 booze legends in the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
First, Rocky, the former owner of Baker Streetcar Bar,
Yeah.
passed away. It was a long-time illness. Recently, my dad's cousin's husband. They all owned Cost Plus Wine down in Eastern Market, the legendary wine market. So those are my like third cousins, 7 times removed, and we lost Tim McCarthy at 86 or 87 this week.
Good roll.
And then my good buddy Brad, who was a longtime brewer in town, passed away over the weekend. So these guys all made or sold or gave us great booze over the years, and to those guys in their memory and their families at the holidays. Cheers. All right.
Like, subscribe, leave a comment.
Leave a comment.
ManCaveHappyHour.com.
That guy over there is Matt Fox.
Hey, that's August Gitschlag.
Hey, that's Jamie Flanagan next to me.
David R. Wright.
There we are.
And it is the Man Cave Happy Hour. We'll see you next time.
See you.
Bye, guys.
Wrong button.
See ya. Bye.